This needs to stop. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. This is a very different kind of video for me because I've had a string of terrible movie-going experiences recently, in the last 2 years, that really make me rethink going to theaters. It's gotten to the point where me and my friends have decided to stop going to our local theaters and travel farther just to find theaters that are a bit better in quality and a bit better in terms of the kinds of people that are showing up. Going to the movie theaters is like, it's precious to me. It's a lost thing now. Streaming, as much as convenient as it is, I think will be the death of cinema in total. So I really am glad theaters still exist. But then I'm going to a theater and there's people doing shit that makes me really misanthropic, turns me into a real misanthrope towards humanity. I'm really starting to hate humans because of this behavior I'm seeing, and it needs to fucking stop. And I'm not talking about like, oh, a parent brought their crying baby to a movie that they shouldn't have and now it's annoying us. I'm not talking about babies or little kids. I'm talking about a certain generation of degenerate fucks that occupy movie theaters and have zero respect or self-awareness. Zero respect for the people around them and zero self-awareness about what they're doing. And if they do, they don't even care. The same kinds of people that make noises across streets when people are trying to work and sleep. Riding motorcycle, bicycle hybrids so they can look cool and crank the engine. I don't know what the fuck they are. Half-breed motorbikes or something. I don't even know what it is. Making noise, walking into a McDonald's or a Popeyes or whatever, going crazy and berserk, loudly, abrasively speaking to each other, ruining everyone's mood. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any different demographic or anything. I'm just noticing. I'm going to give you a couple examples. So last year, I went to watch The Nun 2 with a couple friends, right? Not that the movie was great or anything. I mean, I'm watching it because I'm a horror fan. I'm a demon fan, whatever. I'm in the movie theater. There is half the theater is filled with this party of people. It's like this group of people, family, friends, and family decided to come in. And before the theater, I knew something was wrong because they're talking loudly as if they're in a living room with each other and they're like this close to each other rather than being in a fucking movie theater. And guess what? The volume of their speaking did not go down when the movie started. In fact, it kept going. They started talking more as the film went on. A child gets her neck snapped by the nun. They're still talking and seemingly not talking about what's happening on the screen. They're talking about something else. I'm pretty sure one of them was talking about, oh, my boyfriend won't come back and talk to me. My boyfriend won't text me. I'll slap all of you. My friend that I was watching it with was about to do some very violent things. Very violent things indeed. Okay, I watched the Smile film, the Smile movie, and this happened both in the first movie and the sequel. This is spanning across years, this behavior I'm noticing from audiences. It doesn't die down. Now, there are some films where audiences tend to laugh, comedies, and there are some films that are so like unintentionally bad that the audience kind of universally recognizes that it's okay to laugh out loud at some things, okay? We did it with Megalopolis, okay? It was fine. Nobody had a problem with it. In horror movies, Smile, there are scenes where nobody should be laughing. And people are. People, and they're fucking teenagers. And kids, maybe in their early 20s, I don't know. One of them shouts out, "My dick is so hard," to make other people around him laugh because he wants attention. Because he wants to take away attention from what's happening on screen. Then another one is talking about, "Oh, my balls are hot," or whatever, trying to mimic Derek Lewis's quote from the UFC. I'm telling you, when I was witnessing this, and I knew one of the kids who did this too, that was the worst part. I knew one of them. He's cousins with one of my best friends. And all of us were cringing because of it. Generation of little fucks. I didn't know. I thought I was in a different reality at that point. Okay? Now, this isn't like a new thing, of course. Back when I was watching movies like Winter Soldier and the early MCU days, you know, when it was still good, there was a fight that broke out. One of them was a fucking mom that was in the fight, okay? There was like, people were calling them each other slurs and stuff. All while like, Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes are about to have a fist fight in the middle of the streets. And this shit's happening, okay? Humanity is never really, their intelligence has never really changed over time. It's just been exposed more because the world has just become a crazier and crazier place. And now we're starting to see that a lot of these kids, and I don't mean like little kids, I mean like, I call them kids because they're younger than me, but a lot of these guys they have no respect. They care about grabbing attention for themselves or farming for their friends and just speaking as if they're this close to each other in a living room in one of their houses. What the fuck? The smell. Some theaters smell like shit. Either because nobody knows how to throw out the trash or people are I don't know, maybe there's a cult of kids endlessly farting on purpose in the theater, or they smell like food that's disgusting. I don't even know. There's one theater that we stopped going to because of this very problem. They don't have respect. Any decency is gone. This is a generational issue I'm noticing. It's a specific age group. Maybe there's a lot of people from my audience who might be part of this age group. I'm just saying, I'm noticing a lot of I know Hollywood movies aren't great, but the amount of disrespect from audiences has gone out the fucking window, y'all. This is bad. One person, my friends told me that they found jizz on a seat in a theater and never went back. And I don't know if I can trust these guys for saying this, but at this point I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sniffing smells. I'm a cocaine addict. There's only one kind of smell I want to sniff that's inappropriate at all times, and it's a drug. The shit that I'm sniffing at these theaters, it's inhumane. It's an animal. Someone's let a dead dog inside the theater.
Not to mention that a lot of these moviegoers arrive 30 minutes late, or abruptly getting into their seats, flashing their flashlights everywhere to try to find their seats. And some of them pretend like you're sitting in their seat and that they booked it, trying to scam their way into watching the movie. Pathetic cretins.
Now, we have that whole thing with the Minecraft movie because it was trendy. It was a trendy thing that audiences, when a certain word was said, they'd throw their popcorn in the air and go crazy. Now, listen, I understand, it's a fun little trend, all these kids can get behind it and all this, and it's funny enough, it's from one specific generation. I'm not even going to go get into it. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was in that movie theater and they did that, I don't give a shit about no trend. I don't care if it's fun for them. If they did that, and all that shit was spilling on me because they're throwing it up in the air. Some of them are not even throwing it at the screen. Some of them are throwing them on themselves. I'm knocking everyone out in that theater, and I don't give a fuck. They're not doing a damn thing to stop me either. Bunch of prunes. I'll slap the shit out of all of them. I'm not saying all theaters are like this. Maybe I'm just coming across the bad apples because, Hollywood wants me dead and is putting me in the worst positions ever. And maybe it isn't just a generational issue because there are adults that have done weird shit too. Like I said, in Winter Soldier days and all that stuff, this shit was happening. I believe something happened at an Avengers Age of Ultron screening I was at too, with adults fighting or some shit. Why? What are you fighting about? What could possibly be this important that you're fighting about while your kids are trying to watch a movie? A lot of these people bring their kids with them. It's getting bad. That's the thing. It's not getting any better. A lot of people talk about, nobody's coming to cinemas anymore. At this point, well, that pains me because I want the theaters to be I want them to be a successful business. Sometimes I'm glad. But the problem is I feel like the more respectful people are not coming to theaters. And the people that don't give a shit about anything are the ones that are coming to theaters and making things worse. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just like, okay, Zafy, the theaters you're going to are bad, and you can't you're just generalizing a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of theaters for this. Maybe. All I'm gonna say is, I don't think I'm alone in my hatred for modern movie audiences and theaters. I believe there are some people who may agree with me. It's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad. I have a theory. People are defecating in theaters on purpose. I just have this theory. People are making the movie-going experience... I do think this is actually maybe a psyop by some people. I think some people are pranking everyone around, trying actively to destroy the movie-going experience for some reason. It's gotten to that point where I'm a conspiracy theorist about this because it's gotten so bad. I'm like, what could be a better explanation? It's gotten this bad. Fuck it all, man. Fuck it all. Please stop, or I'm going to be forced to throw hands. I'm going to be forced to do that. And I might get my ass whooped. Maybe I'll throw hands with the wrong person, some big fucker who's like 35 years old and is a fucking UFC fighter, maybe. But some of these people, some of these little pieces of shit, some of them are outside my house, revving up their engines to their cars, talking absolute shit as loud as possible. I just want to... That's all I'm going to say before I start to engage in certain magnitudes of levels of hate speech. We're going to end it there. All right? Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.